Welcome to the Pump and Dump channel. In this video I want to talk about whether the market is always right or whether there are times when the market is wrong and you are right. So I did a video about a week ago on CNX Resources. Today's chart, you can see it opened up quite high and then it came all the way back down because on the previous day I would say that it was at it was like under $8 and a spike up to 870 or whatever. Short-term traders saw that as a pop and then they ran it all the way back down because they think it was at this point on Friday. Why should it go up to 8 or almost $9 when it's been going down? So going back, of course, a week or so, I think on the 9th of September, I made a video about CNX Resources and nobody watched it, but I guess who cares? Let's just go back to what happened since then. So I bought based on my conviction that I knew the intrinsic value was higher than the price, and I forecasted that if the natural gas price would have been higher or would have been stable, the stock would go up, and those statements were correct. But then the market just turned and rolled over, and looking of course at the the price at that point in time, it looked like a parabolic move, and then it started coming back down a little bit. The stocks, of course, they saw that they trade based on ETFs. Of course, have a lot of volume that they trade. There are like natural gas ETFs that like have all these stocks in it, and so yeah, I kind of saw that as a group sell-off between them. If we look on the 5-day chart of all these stocks, we can see that they started going down and they seem to all bottom on Friday. So during the week, I was watching this, it was going down. I was not really worried. I thought, okay, we'll go down to 860 and then go back up, but it didn't. At 840, I looked at my model again, and I said, well, based on the model, it should be much higher. So I bought another 20 shares here in the 840 area. I had only 60 shares at the in the last video because I had seen the run up and I didn't want to like build a big position too quickly. And as it came down here, I saw it then down on Thursday was when it went down to like 805 on quite quickly after the open, and I bought some at 815 because I thought, well, sounds like it looks like it's very overdone. And then of course it came back, and I didn't think about selling here, and it came back down all the way under $8 a share, and at $8 I bought again because I said to myself I'd seen that before exactly in the same stock during this period here, where the natural gas price would be going one way and the stock would be going another way. And therefore I decided, at this point I had 140 shares, and I decided that this week would show whether I'm right or wrong based upon what the natural gas price will do. And of course the key is that I decided from my valuation that the intrinsic value of the stock was way above the price given the inputs at this point in time. Natural gas was strong, keep going up, and then we got the news over the weekend about Saudi Aramco being hit by some drones or something, and a lot of oil production and natural gas, of course, is related to that, is also coming off the market, and nobody knows how long it's going to last, whether it's going to be a week or a few weeks. I think on Tuesday we'll have more information, so there should be either based upon what comes out, there will be a big move up in oil producers and natural gas producers, and if there's it's not anywhere near as bad as people think, they will go back down. But in terms of valuation, I feel very comfortable with these companies in my portfolio at this point in time. The thing is that when this was going down, I started looking at other natural gas producers because I wanted to see what the industry was looking like. They were all following suit. I looked quickly at Gulfport Energy and Southwestern Energy just to check whether they seemed like they were viable companies, whether they were solvent. And I kind of concluded they were from a quick look. So I bought about $300 worth of Southwestern and 300 of Gulf Pro Energy. And then with Antero Resources, I did a lot more due diligence on it. I was already looking at it last week, and I looked at when it was going up. Of course, I wanted to get some because I could see the leverage in it, and I bought some at $4. And of course, as it came down, 360, I bought some more, and in 350, in the 350 area, I bought two more lots, and down here at 342. I bought another 100 shares, and that became then my biggest natural gas position, or natural gas producer position in my portfolio. And of course, when the price is down in the toilet and you're looking at this and you're feeling like, it should be going up, but it's going down, you think, are you right, are you wrong? And I had done a quick valuation, looked at it in more depth during the week, and on the weekend I looked at it very thoroughly, and I concluded that the market trading this at $3.40 was wrong, very wrong. And of course, given that, I was like thinking this week will show whether the natural gas price rolls over or the stock catches up. And of course, we had natural gas price, it was up like 2 or 3% on the open. Oil was up very big, like 20%, and it's still up like 10-13%. Antero Resources has a little bit of oil production, like 12,000 barrels a day, and then like 3 billion cubic feet of natural gas per day. So I kind of was looking at the leverage in this one, and this is why I opted to buy a lot more Antero Resources than I had CNX. I think I had 140 shares of this and 450 of this on Friday. And of course, the thing was, at that point in time, I had to make this decision whether I want to sell another stock in a different sector, or whether I'm just going to outright, go on margin, borrow the money from the broker. And I just decided to take the money from the broker, because there was no time to look at everything, every decision. I just had to make a decision at that point in time how to fund it. I do have more cash in my bank account, but I wasn't bothered to like send it into my accounts. I just decided that based on my research, I would get my money back this week if the natural gas price stays up, and if it doesn't, I can always exit those positions and take a small loss and not be in the red. So this is kind of very important, because I believe very much in you having to, put your actions, like turn your conviction into action. When you believe that you are right and the market is wrong, you need to have faith in your conviction and go for it. So just to get back to some financial models, I concluded with the natural gas price at 266 that Antero Resources are worth 565 per share. You can see here I have my natural gas price. It was at oops, that makes no sense. It was at 261 last week, and you can see here I had a value of 434, and it had reached that almost on Tuesday the 10th, and today you can see it's got to 438. So based upon what the natural gas price was as of Friday, the stock is fully priced at this point in time at the high of the day today, and if the natural gas price stays as it is now, I would expect this to be up very, very big tomorrow. I could be wrong. Don't rely on me. You could get absolutely creamed if this goes down. We don't know what the update is going to be from Saudi Aramco. I read in the news that they're going to give an update tomorrow as to how severe the damage is. They mentioned that they think they can get a third of production back online within a week. And we will see from there how the natural gas price develops. But at this point in time, I managed to exit my position, my negative position on my cash balance. I cleared my cash balance. It's back positive. I still own about 300 shares of this, 140 of this, and I hold most of what I had in this too. So been easing out. I think it was Gulfport Energy, or it doesn't really matter which one. I also eased out some. The key is, of course, I didn't look at these ones so in depth, but from my perspective, I don't see why this should not keep going up tomorrow. So yeah, that's kind of going to be the update on this video. I know that me waiting until Monday when the price action is confirming that I was actually right buying down here it sounds like I'm a genius, but I could have very well been wrong, and I could have taken the video down since no one watched it last week, and I didn't do that because I put my money where my mouth is, and I don't really care whether whether people want to see me as this genius who gets all the right calls or not. But I'm feeling, of course, very good about myself. I'm very happy that I managed to build up this position and hold it into this rising natural gas price, which I expect to continue rising into the winter time. Who knows how high? Maybe $3, maybe $3.50. That point in time, I would see CNX Resources, let's say at $3. I could see them at $14 a share. Now, that's of course because of the leverage. If the natural gas price goes back down to 2, you can see that this is absolutely in the toilet. There are some hedge positions that I am not factoring into my model, but they're very close to 260 per MCF. Is it MCF? Yeah, something like that. So yeah, that's kind of where it's at for now. We will see what happens tomorrow, and don't forget to subscribe if you want to be notified of any videos when I put them out. Leave a comment whether you like or dislike my content. I noticed that people are more interested in my videos about companies than they are in my general videos about financial behavior and so on. So yeah, okay, I'm going to leave it with that. Have a good day.